I have a Titleist fin today, so thank you again for subscribing. Thank you for tuning into this video. Today we are doing a unique, exclusive Titleist driver fitting. Titleist just came out with a new line of drivers. They're supposed to be going further, straighter. You know, everybody says that. Every company says they can give you more yards. I feel like I hit the ball pretty far already. I mean, I'm like a 300 carry, so if they can give me easily, maybe a couple more yards on top of that, I'd be very happy. Let's see what happens. I'm really excited. Check it out. All right, we're here with the Titleist fitting team. We got Tyler back on the video again. What's up, Tyler?
Good to see you again,
Thanks
man.
for doing this again,
Long
man.
time no
for
see.
sure. Yeah, last time we met, we did wedges. Now we're
Yes,
going to
sir.
be hopefully finding some more consistency and accuracy and maybe distance with the driver, right?
We might be able to help with that.
All
you
right.
know, driver fittings, wedges are always fun, but
Yeah.
everybody wants to go fast and everybody wants to go far. So
Yeah, that's for sure.
They should be a lot of fun.
Cool, man. Yeah, well, I'm getting older. I want to hit the ball a little further. I want to get a little more accuracy too. I've been using I have an autoflex in here. It's a double X.
Okay.
Do you want to see a couple of these first?
Yeah, why don't we hit, let's get 2 or 3 on track, man.
Okay.
We'll get an idea of kind of what averages we're working with and how far the ball's going.
That was a really good one, I'm not going to lie. That felt pretty good.
In the realm of club fitting, if we get one really good one that the golfer says they probably couldn't hit one better than that, that's usually where we stop and we just work from there. Right?
I don't think I could hit one better.
Then yeah, that's all we really need. So if you want to come over here,
Okay, let's check it out.
that was the ball he just hit. So we have 172.9 ball speed, 305, 336 total. Really, really good numbers. Truth be told, I mean, this is a really, really good place to start. And what we're going to be doing today is not so much looking to optimize and maximize all of it. It's going to be fine-tuning some stuff, right? Maybe distance isn't our issue, clearly, right? You obviously hit the ball very, very far. That's not where we need to focus our efforts at today. Where we are going to focus our efforts is, okay, our goods are good, but how good is our bad, right? That's where we're going to see gains today. So if you're good with that, why don't we dive right in?
Let's do it.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So we have a couple of different models. We have a 2, a 3, and a 4.
Okay.
You're playing 8 degrees, right, friend?
I'm playing, actually I'm playing a 9 degree.
9 degree?
9 degree, yeah, I just played
Okay.
standard neutral.
So let's start with a 9 degree 2.
Okay.
Okay, it's generally thought of as some of the more forgiving of the 3 product line.
Okay.
But in the new line, they're all almost identical forgiveness. It's
Okay.
kind of wild. I don't know how they did it, but it's special.
Do people still categorize it as like the low spinning head versus the higher spinning
Yeah,
head?
I
You
mean,
guys-
to a certain extent, you know,
Okay.
the 2 might tend to produce more spin than what the 4 will.
Okay.
But we have a pretty neat trick that we can do now with the 4 that I'll show you when we get there. But we
Okay.
can actually flip the weights and it becomes like a 2.5.
Cool.
So we get the benefits of both.
All right, I love the customization already. So let's see
Yeah.
what this happens. What
I want
happens?
to start with that VF, man,
Okay.
because I know you haven't hit it yet, and I think has 7X or 6X.
Let's try 7X, and if
Okay.
I need to get a little more, 6X is fine. I have another shaft, so I only went to Autoflex recently.
Yeah.
To try to feel like I don't need to warm up as much to be able to get my swing speed that I like.
Yeah.
So it kind of helps me cheat a little bit.
Little give and play to it.
Yeah. So I usually use the Hulk, and that's a 7X super stiff shaft. So
Yeah.
this would be fine to
A1.
compare it.
Is that okay?
A1, yeah, it's standard, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
Awesome. Nice. Growing up, I've played Titleist drivers, and I love like the classic pear-shaped looks. This is cool.
Yeah, that's one of the things that a lot of guys that play our products really prioritize over others. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the way that competitors do it in the market, because, you know, different strokes for different folks, that's fine. But our drivers are generally thought of as very classic, very traditional, and very sleek, right? There's not a whole lot of stuff going on the crown, on the bottom of them. They're very traditional, right?
Yeah,
People
it's
like it.
It's more muted, I'd say. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not too loud.
Toe ball?
A little bit towards the crown, yeah.
Yeah.
I got underneath it. I'm going from swinging like a 55 gram shaft up to 70 right now, so it's gonna take a little while for sure.
Right? Timing's gonna be that's the number right there. So he obviously just said he hit it high and on the crown. Let's go, yeah, high. But then look at the ball speed number. We didn't sacrifice a whole bunch of ball speed.
So there's gonna be a low heely miss.
One that generally would spin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's good to see this because I want to know, like, even if I hit a bad shot, that this thing could still be in play. Was that really?
166.
Okay. I mean, it's
a little on the spinny side.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for an off the heel shot, still stayed in play. That's not bad at all.
That ball is getting 174.
I mean, speed's up there. I guess for some reason I feel like I gotta release this a little bit more.
It's because of how stiff and stout that shaft is. All right, let me see it, Francis.
Sure.
I want to go to a 3.
Yeah, I mean, they feel really solid off the face. I think I hit one decent one so far, but just with the misses already, knowing that the missed shots can still be somewhat playable, and we're still seeing some good numbers. So looking forward to getting dialed in.
Without getting too in depth on the technical specs, because some of that is still, you know, secrets. The 3, if you look at the bottom of it, the weight is shoved right there behind the center of the face.
Okay.
So I'll give you a little bit of insight, right? If you're gonna go, say you're gonna take a little nail, right, and put it in the wall. Say you go grab just a little framing nail, right, or framing hammer. You gotta sit and tap, 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 right? You go grab a sledgehammer. Hit it once, it might go through the wall, right? Same idea here with weight behind the center of the face.
Gotcha. And I see it's adjustable too, so you have, what, 5 different points right now?
Heel. So you were hitting it a little in the heel on the last one.
Yeah.
Went ahead and cranked the weight down there a little bit. We're going to see what that does.
But those last 3 shots.
It feels like there's more momentum behind it.
Yeah.
For sure. That's the first thing I'm feeling. I just got to get through the ball and trust it.
175 ball speed.
175?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I told you we were going to go faster.
Just got to hit one straight and I'll feel good. Here we go. Okay. That felt a little bit better.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean,
174.
Dang. Okay. So we didn't lose any club head speed because we're pretty much right around the same thing.
Okay, let me see.
Total, okay.
We're not struggling with spin a whole lot.
303 carries, not bad. I'll take that. Definitely feels, not gonna lie, it feels a little bit better than right now. I like the momentum behind it. I used to play baseball. I used to always love swinging heavier bats because I love the feel of just like the meat behind that ball. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool.
I'll just give you an example that is eye-opening to me. So Patrick Cantlay has played the TS3, which is a driver that we made in 2018, I believe. He's used it for 6 years. He's a picky guy. Doesn't really like to change. He put the GT in play the first week that we allowed the tour guys to switch over.
That says something.
I like to think so.
Sure. I like the feel of this one over the GT2.
Good.
For sure.
As of now, I would like us in the 3 significantly more than the 2,
cool.
for sure.
All right, sounds good.
There you go. Not only because we're hitting it straighter, but because our spin rate's down just a smidge.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I mean, that felt really good.
174 again, ball speed. We haven't wavered anything under 172.
It's not bad.
So am I.
329.
Okay, 329, 304. All right, if you can get me over 315 carry, then it's sold.
Okay, we can do that.
Can we really?
Yeah.
I don't have to swing harder? All right, we'll see. But anyway, I mean, I'm not mad at all at over 305 carry. Of course, it's pretty good. I haven't really swung a golf club in a week and a half, so I feel really good about that, knowing that this can only go up from here, right? I kind of relied on the autoflex because I felt like I needed to get something lighter in my hands to make myself swing the swing speed that I'm looking for. Obviously, I'm back into a 70-ish gram shaft, extra stiff. I probably don't have to rely on that anymore. But, I mean, until you come out to do a fitting, you won't really know what's best for your game. We just looked at 2 different driver heads. He's made a bunch of customizations already on just the second driver head. And we saw a big difference from hooking left on the first head to hitting pretty straight shots on the second one. So it definitely makes sense to go and get yourself a fitting and find out what works best for your game. This is going to be the Ventus TR Blue 6X. The last one was a 7X, so this should, hopefully we see a little more club head speed, maybe a little more distance. All right.
I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, I didn't love that swing either. That was a little off the toe, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
That was like
Let's go
my
one
push draw shot.
One more. I
Okay.
think this shaft might be a little soft in the midsection.
Okay.
And so it's kicking and torquing a little too much for us.
It's like me, just a little soft in the midsection.
Just a little soft in the midsection. Zinger.
Burgers. Yeah, I agree. We're seeing a little bit more of a curve on this golf ball. I kind of like feeling the weight of a 7X, but we're trying to see if we can get a little more swing speeds. I don't know if these numbers are looking any better.
Let me see. But club head speed came down.
Club head speed came down actually.
Well,
Okay.
sorry, ball speed. Club
Oh,
speed stayed
gotcha.
the same.
Okay.
Misspoke. So right, that's the difference in shafts right there. Usually shaft doesn't make as big of a difference, but when you put something in a stick and swing it at 116 miles an hour, there's going to be some changes that occur.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right off the bat, I did not like blue TR.
Okay.
I don't think you cared for it either.
No, not really. No. I remember being fit into a Ventus Black like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And yay or nay?
it was like all right.
It was
you
meh.
know?
Okay.
I went to a place locally, and that pretty much they just tried to sell me on that one shaft. So I never really got a good experience. So
Yeah.
it's really cool seeing what you guys do here. You have all the shafts that are out there in stock, plus the upgraded shafts, so you can really see what's best for your swing.
Like this shaft right here, I mean, that's a featured shaft, right? So that's a non-upcharge, and I promise it's every bit as good
Cool.
as any one of the big boys.
What do we go for now?
This is a Tensai 1K.
Okay.
So this is, if you want to compare it to another shaft, Ventus Black is
Okay.
close.
Okay, this is a lower spinning shaft
Yeah,
option. Okay.
it's stiff. I call it boardy, right?
Okay.
Stiff and stout.
Okay. Is this going to be like more in that 70 gram?
Yeah, that one's 65
So
TX.
Okay, gotcha. So it's a little heavier, I guess.
I've got a 75 over there in my grab.
Okay.
Right, so because that tip's a little stiffer than Ventus Blue, it's normal for the first ball to get left out right just a little bit.
And I kind of like that as a miss, because
Okay.
then I have to swing harder, or I just have to kind of control my face a little bit more. I'd rather have a right miss than a left miss, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
all day. All
Here,
day.
don't hit that one.
Oh yeah. All right, so I'll just try to turn on this a little bit more. Switching mic spots. Like I like that shape, knowing that I could maybe work on my technique a little bit more to get that straighter, but I don't
Okay.
mind that shape. But I want, are the numbers good for something like that?
It's
or-
spinning.
Spinny? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, as of now, the first shaft that we started in,
Was probably the best one so far.
by far.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that tells me right off the bat that you like heavy. You
Yeah.
time it upright.
Yeah, I think so. This is cool. Yeah, I mean, we went through a few different shafts already. These guys know their stuff. Like, they can already tell within a couple swings if it's good or not. And you can kind of feel it when you're coming out to do a fitting. Are you trying harder? Do you have to do more things to make the ball do what you want it to do? That first shaft, I just swung. I didn't have to change my technique. It felt really good. So I think I'm more of the heavier shaft option kind of guy. I felt like I could get the head through the shock.
176.3.
176. We beat it. We beat it. Nice. 117 again?
335,
Okay.
303 carry.
I think that's our longest so far right now.
That's the longest of the day. So, I mean, look
Longest
at
of the
where
day. All right, dude.
where we've started.
Yeah.
We started when you came to me.
Yeah.
Your other driver.
Yeah.
Who shall remain nameless. at
Okay,
this
sure.
time.
Yeah, we'll edit that.
We'll edit that out.
We'll censor it last time I mentioned it.
Here,
Yeah.
we'll
So
we'll
much
go
better
ahead
than
and
the-
we'll cover that.
There you go.
There's his ball speed number, 170, 11.5 launch, 2400 spin, 300. So I gave you 5 total yards, 3 total carry yards, and about 6 miles an hour more of ball speed.
6 miles an hour. What did that equate to again? So 6 miles an hour more ball speed.
Yeah,
got me-
it varies,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
So I would love it if I could take your shaft and put it in that head, because
Right.
then we're doing just direct comparison.
Yeah.
But usually it's about 5 to 10 yards per 1 mile an hour of ball speed is
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Mic drop.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Cool. And this was the shaft we. So is
that's 70?
This is a 70.
I know right off the bat you need 70.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
I'm grabbing all my 70 grammers over there.
I'm quick. I'm a quick tempo guy. So I've always heard that I needed something heavier to just kind of slow the tempo down.
For sure.
Yeah.
That one was really good. I mean, that gave us our fastest ball speed. But we're gonna find out here in a couple swings if it's the straightest.
If this is straightest. Okay.
Right? Because you hit this one pretty damn good.
Yeah, I really like the way that felt.
Yeah.
And that's a newer offering. That's a newer
so this is a new one from Graphite
that's what I
Design.
did first. I don't think we got that on yet.
Yeah. Oh, in the video?
Yeah, I don't think we showed. Did we show it in the video?
Yeah.
We did.
I'll go back and give you.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
because this was the first one that we hit, I think.
Yeah, that was a nice one for sure.
So this one was developed with Tiger Woods and Justin Thomas. It's given the color.
Gotcha.
Obviously Tiger Woods.
That makes sense.
It's just really stiff and stout, right? It's got a little bit of play somewhere in the midsection, but it's been popular.
Okay.
Very, very popular.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love the way this sets up. I do like the deeper looking face. And that's what I'm noticing with the GT3.
Yeah.
I usually hit it somewhere in the center, so forgiveness is not as big of a thing for me.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's like my cover shot. I feel like if I stay on top of it, that's like a shot that I like to play off the tee if it's like a really tight hole.
So that's kind of the fairway finder?
Yeah, that's my fairway finder right there. I stayed on top of it a little bit more. Yeah, that's awesome. And that's with almost 3,000 spin. I'm still getting the carry that I want. Ball speed's through the roof.
Does that head feel heavy at all? Because I wouldn't mind adding even just a little more weight to the bottom of the head.
Let's do it.
Gonna try it?
Yeah, let's try it. I mean, we're here.
We're here.
I
We're
mean,
tinkering.
we might as well. Yeah, that's pretty much the characteristic of golfers. Like, we'll start to do stuff to the driver or whatnot to make sure that we miss it in the certain part of the fairway that we're looking for. So, like my driver right now, I have it hot melted to the toe, so it's a little bit harder for that left ball to come into play unless I really flip it. So, depending on what you're looking for, you could always tweak things, and it's great that we have the fitters here because they can tweak it for me right now. This is pretty cool. This is a really cool experience. I haven't had a driver fit in a long time. Thanks.
It's the funnest to get fit for.
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
It goes a long ways.
I mean, for sure. Like, I feel like I have to swing harder, not only because we're doing it on camera, but also just like we're doing it. Like, why not?
Well, let's see. You know, when we're topping ourselves out, you know, like what are we capable of, right?
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
And as a fitter, right, we don't get the opportunity to deal with guys like Francis on a daily basis. And so being able to come out and just see what it is that we are truly capable of as club fitters, it's fun.
So what did you took the plate out? I don't know if you can talk about that.
So here, this is a good thing. So any of you guys that go get fit for a driver or whatnot, all of our models are different. And all the weight adjustments on them is a little different. And so when you're doing it on the 3, in past years, we just had the weight back here on the back end of the club, and you could just kind of move the weight however you wanted it. Now what we have the ability to do is actually take the complete sole off, right? And so that eliminated some of that whistle that we used to get off of the older driver. And so you just pop in the weight, right? Slide it over to where you need it. And like I told you guys earlier in the video, you're hitting it, your miss is on the heel, just slightly.
Yeah.
So I'm putting weight kind of behind where you're hitting it.
Cool.
So it's just more mass.
Makes sense.
More ball speed.
I mean, I don't usually hit draws. I like try to not hit draws, but I would take that any day for sure. I would take that. That felt good.
I want 340. I want it so bad.
I know. Me too. I mean, for sure, going in this
I
head.
get it.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Hey, we got 174 ball though.
We got 174. That's the biggest thing. It's not something that I typically see. I haven't seen that
Let's
number.
make sure we're lined up right.
Okay. That felt good. That was definitely more in the center of the face. that was pretty nice.
Almost 175.
Almost. Okay. All right. It's definitely more in the tank, but what I love right now is that smash factor. The 150. That's cool. I don't think I was hitting it that well before.
Yeah.
I think it was like 148, 149, but like we're nitpicking, but that's nice to see, of course.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's really, really good. Now I think we've narrowed it down to kind of our final 2 shafts.
Yeah.
We have the head. I think +6 is going to hold up a little bit better for you.
Okay.
Just it'll free you up and give you the ability, one, to go after it without spin going through the roof.
Okay.
Not that it's going through the roof now. I mean, 2600 at 116 club head speed is phenomenal.
Now you said +6. What does that mean again?
Plus, there is 14 grams added to the bottom of the head. It's just
Okay.
+6 from our standard weight, which
Gotcha.
starts at 8 grams.
Okay, gotcha. So we added more weight to the head.
And this is one of the benefits of coming to get fit. You can't just walk into a golf shop and buy weights and start putting them in and expect to know where they need to go and how much you need to put where.
So,
That was so solid.
That was a little flatter flight.
It
too.
was flatter, but
That's
it felt
pretty.
it like
175,
the
117 club. What? I got, that's a mystery. There's no way that's right.
okay.
4,400.
Yeah, it's
Not a
it didn't look
chance.
like it. It didn't look like
Not a
2400.
chance.
Even TrackMan make mistakes.
Do what?
Even TrackMan makes mistakes.
It happens.
It happens sometimes.
She's been worked hard today.
That's for sure. Obviously, catching up to this ball speed, it's gotta be tough. Like it's really tough work.
It gets a little fast.
Just kidding. There you go. Okay, that's more like it.
That was a good ball.
That felt good.
no, but I know I forbidden word. No,
You know what? I mean,
It's
okay.
almost the same.
It's almost the same. Yeah.
I think we've reached our threshold.
Okay.
here.
Yeah. I mean, I could really try to pump one out there, but I don't want to like kill myself.
Yeah.
But this feels really good.
Francis, this is kind of where one of those scenarios where as a club fitter, when you're dealing with better players, feel might be a bigger priority
Right.
because you're the one that has to play it every time you tee
Right,
it up,
right.
right? So if say you're playing in a tournament, right,
Yeah.
one of the section events, I mean, would you feel more comfortable playing something like that, or would you feel more comfortable playing something like this?
You know, like I'm not giving up swing speed at all or club head speed.
No, they're actually the exact same.
They're the exact same.
Yeah.
I like a heavier shaft feel.
Yeah.
And, you know, if my swing's not on that day, I'd rather have that ball leak to the right a little bit.
Okay.
Because I can control that rather than
And that's
have it
what
snap.
this one was doing, or
I
that?
think that's what this one is
Okay.
doing a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Let me give it a couple
Yeah.
a couple more
Yeah.
swings just to give it a feel. I mean, they're both feeling good. This does feel considerably heavier with
Yep.
this shaft in it. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see. I mean, even on like a slight, you know, toe release, it's not a bad shot.
That's a toe ball that still went 175 ball.
Okay, that's a good toe ball. Okay,
334.
I mean, yeah, this is great. I do like
Enough
this
said.
a lot. Yeah, I think this is it. It's good to have I have a light shaft option, right?
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to do something that could work lighter, but
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Francis, I have no reservations about you putting that in your bag.
Okay,
I think that's phenomenal.
cool. I'll take 2.
Done.
Great. This is awesome, man. Really cool.
3-wood?
Yeah, let's do a 3-wood. So
Yeah.
what would you recommend? So now that you know driver, does it make it easier for you to find the 3-wood?
As a fitter, I usually just take the driver,
Yeah.
right? And then the other big thing is asking yourself, what do you want out of a 3-wood,
Yeah.
right? Some guys like yourself, they either have two ends of the spectrum. They either want something that they could hit really straight off of a tee, and it's almost impractical off of the fairway because you probably don't have a whole lot of 3-woods in the holes, if we're being honest.
Right.
Or you can go the other route, and you're like, hey, I want something that goes really high and lands really soft coming into par 5s.
Okay.
That's a question I'd ask yourself is, do you want a T3 wood? Do you want it second shot par 5s? Do you want something, a good happy medium?
Maybe more the happy medium. I mean, I have another 3-wood that I could use off a tee. Usually for me, it's like I'm not getting into a lot of par 5s with 3-wood though. Like
Okay.
I don't typically
Like
see myself
4
doing
irons or
that.
2 irons maybe?
Yeah, and the 2 iron I have right now is the 505.
Yeah.
And it goes higher, which is great. So it can carry like 235, 245.
Yeah.
And that could kind of get. I'm not always going for a 275 yard, you know, par 5 like
Right.
with the 3-wood. So maybe something that's just kind of stock.
What loft is your current gamer 3-wood?
It's 15. And it's
15?
set to neutral.
Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna grab a 15 degree, and then what in your mind? What's a good number for the 3-wood total?
Total 270
270
ish.
Okay.
Is that a crazy number? to ask for?
No. I've had a guy this morning. that said-
265. I mean, that'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the air or roll out?
Probably, I guess air 260.
Okay.
Yeah, if it goes a little more, it's nice to know I have the capability to go further if I wanted to, but just on a stock 3-wood shot, maybe like 260.
We're gonna go 7X, which is it's the same weight that we did in his driver, but he might be an advocate for slightly heavier. like an 80 gram. All right, wait, let me double check. I gave you the 2 head, I believe. Yeah, 2 15 degree.
Okay. And we want this because we're not looking to maximize distance. For
Yeah,
right?
we want it straight.
Yeah, that's for sure. Free to swing?
Yeah, you're good. That was pretty.
Felt nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss the feeling of Titleist woods. I haven't hit a Titleist wood in a long time. This is really nice.
There's 269 total. Little spinny.
Okay.
Ball speed though still 162 on the 3-wood.
Okay. That's a decent number for a 3-wood.
I would like that.
I think I could hit. Well, did I hit down on it at all?
Your
Like,
attack
was
was 1.5,
1.5. Okay.
which is fine.
Do you want it steep? Do you want it steeper?
3-wood is player dependent. Like Sergio Garcia, I think made a decent living hitting down on his 3-wood.
Oh, for sure.
But then
Yeah.
you look at guys like Jordan Spieth. He hits up on his 3-wood almost 2 degrees.
Does he really?
So pick your poison.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're really steep, just play it. Hit down
Yeah.
on it. Figure it out.
I think I'd rather be steep, honestly.
Yeah.
Control it a little bit more. There's my stinger off the tee. Did I mean
Kinda
to do
trap
that?
it.
No, it didn't mean to do that, but I'll call that my stinger off the tee.
No, that's exactly how we drew it up.
Yeah, exactly.
So he just mentioned that ball was low on the club face, and I would like to highlight the fact that it still went 163. It's pretty good. All right, let me see it.
Yeah.
I mean, distance-wise, I actually think the 15-degree head is probably going to be a good idea.
Okay,
If I
cool.
give you the 13.5,
Might be too hot.
it's going to be too hot.
Okay. Yeah, and these are the numbers we're kind of looking for anyway, right? But the spin rate, is that something that you're looking
Now,
for?
I'm definitely gonna add some weight to the head
Add
to
some
lower
weight.
that.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
the first thing I'm gonna do, because we are a head company and not a shaft company,
Mhm.
is I am
Straight
going
ahead.
to grab a 3
Okay.
instead of a 2,
Okay.
and we're gonna see what this is doing as far as launch and spin.
Nice.
Because then once we have our head dialed down, then I can start changing shaft and weight.
Gotcha. We're seeing very similar customizations on both the driver and the 3-wood head, which is really cool. That felt really good. I felt like that was one of my better swings.
That was a good ball. 164 ball.
okay.
We round up over here.
Sure, I like that.
And then 273, and then spin rate. I mean, this is going to be one of those tricky areas where we got a club that's going the right distance, right? But the second I shave a bunch of spin off of it, we're going to have a club that goes too far.
Right.
We might have a 283 wood.
What
on our
I
hands.
hit down on that one is
That one was a degree.
a degree. Okay.
It was just good.
Okay. I mean, of course, like I could continue working on my technique to lower the spin down. I tend to hit down more on 3-wood, so I can obviously work on that.
For sure.
I try to feel like my hands came down more behind me that time, so I don't know if that changed. Nope, still one down.
How
Still
did
one
the 3 feel versus the 2?
down. This feels a little bit more solid.
So you prefer that?
I do, yeah. Especially if we're not
opposed to it.
seeing like very different spin rates right now. I just like the way it feels in general.
I like the initial trajectory
Right.
a little more.
Okay.
It doesn't have that tendency to, I call it the riser,
Yeah.
right? The floater.
Yeah.
And so playing on windy days off the tee, it's going to have a lot more versatility and a a lot more workability to you.
Yeah.
So
That's
we
funny.
know that's going to be it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
It's like that.
we're going to find some shafts. We're going to find some weight.
Okay. All right.
We're going to get greedy is what we're going to do.
Like if you were to give that to me right now and say this is your 3-wood, I would totally be happy with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's really cool to see that we can start customizing it too. I mean, I came in with like the lightest shafts you can get, probably in the market, I
Yeah.
think, for my swing speed, and now I'm going back to heavy. So it's a interesting
yeah.
like, difference we're seeing already.
That's just, as time goes on, man. Preferences change, performance. I do want to try us in the hazardous.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So we
for
were
sure.
trying, and then I might even have an 80 gram over here.
Okay.
New hazardous, 5th gen. It's got carbon weave on the midsection, so
Pretty cool.
looks super sick.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's nice. That's sexy. That's pretty cool.
Spin came down.
Spin came down already?
Yep.
Okay.
278 total.
Okay.
And that's just shaft. Like,
All right.
I wouldn't say that one was hit any better or worse than the last 4.
Right.
And immediately spin came down about 600 RPM.
I like the look of that flight too.
Okay.
I like more of that boring trajectory. And
Yeah.
if I can't control it the distance I want, then that's fine. If I have to hit down on it to get more spin, I don't mind creating that. I did not see that ball at all.
It was a good ball.
It was a good one?
Yeah,
Okay.
let me point to it. You
Okay.
see it right?
You're like pointed. Okay. I immediately lost it after it.
280.
Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's a little better.
How's it? You said you like the way it feels?
Yeah, this feels great, man. Like, and I've always liked feeling heavier in the handle because I feel like I can control it better. I like the idea of swinging the handle rather than let the club head swing.
Yeah.
So I think that just kind of matches my own swing philosophy for myself, for my swing. So I like that. And that's kind of what I felt with the driver shaft that you put
Good
as well. I'd be happy with this. I know that I can swing, easy one day and hit my 250 or 260 if I needed to. And if I want to pound one out there off the tee, I have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
What if we added a little weight to it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I want to try that
Let's do it.
because I don't want to turn the loft down.
Okay.
Right, to shave some spin off. I mean, there's a number of ways we can go about getting the spin.
Yeah.
What I consider perfect.
Okay.
Right, but if the issue is now is if I turn loft down and spin comes down with it, because the ball or the club itself has less static loft on it, his total distance is going to be significantly further, which he does not want nor need.
Yeah.
So let's just add weight.
I'm just kind of like, this is a good part of the fitting process. Like, you just go into it, try to be as open-minded as you can be. Be open to what the fitter has suggested for you. They do this for a living. They know a lot about what they're doing, and just come in with no expectations. I think that's the thing. A lot of times people will come into a fitting like, okay, I know I want to have the Titleist head. I want to have this other club head. I want to have this type of, like, you don't know until you try it, right? So I usually just like to go for a ride, let the fitter lead me on this experience, and whatever they settle on, I'll more than likely agree to it. And we're seeing it right on TrackMan. So I kind of just like to feel like I zone out and just try to pretend like I'm not standing here in front of 8 other people or 5 other people right now and swinging, and trying to put myself back into the mindset of like playing the first hole on my home course. Like, that's all I'm doing, just making some easy swings. Whatever happens, happens. But if you are somebody that will go and chunk it all the time on the course, you'll probably chunk it out here too. So just practice a little bit, all right? Just be real, just practice. Added a little bit more weight.
We added 6 grams. I'm painting in broad strokes over here.
Cool, love it. Good to go?
Yep. I lost that one.
I lost it too. I did not see where that went.
Let's go to the
More
board.
out to the toe-ish.
Nice spin.
I mean, it's not bad,
Yeah.
right?
Does it feel super heavy or?
It doesn't feel a lot heavier at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah, 6 grams is nothing.
Good.
I'll just do more bicep curls. Maybe. Fill in these medium shirts.
Get a pump.
Yeah, do a couple.
No, stinger.
Yeah, there's the stinger that I drew up in my head.
Folks, he's human. He is human, I promise.
Great. What did that come out to just off a bat
That
shot
wasn't
anyway?
bad for one that didn't
Okay.
even get but
Okay.
25 feet in the air.
I mean, ball speed was still good for not being in the center of the face. That felt a little better. It's more like what I'd see off the tee, just kind of getting something in play.
That's kind of where I'm at with the +6. My thought process was it's obviously lower spin and it's going out there at a good amount. If we didn't add weight to the head and he puts it on a little bit of a tee, I mean, that I don't see that rolling out to 280 off of a tee, because it's gonna balloon on you.
Yeah.
Right, kind of similar to what we talked about with wedges.
Right.
When the ball reaches its apex way too quickly.
Yeah, that's something we saw already, like just by adding the weight. Although I didn't feel it as much, I could see it in the swing, and maybe something's happened at the bottom of my arc right now that's not like catching up as well as when we didn't add the weight. So I'm wondering if it's just something I should get used to, because we know the numbers can be good if I do have a better swing, or what. I don't know, what should I do? Do you feel like you'd stick with this heavier weight?
I would, yeah.
Yeah?
And the
Okay.
beauty of it is you're fortunate enough to know some guys that work
Yeah.
for the company.
Right on.
If you need different weights,
Yeah.
we could obviously make that happen.
Cool. All right, good to know. All right, so I'll do maybe one more swing, and we feel like we got it.
I do.
Okay, cool. Like this one. I mean, that was like a better swing for sure, right there. I mean, it's dead straight. I mean,
I'm straighter than train smoke, Francis.
I mean,
by God.
straighter than train smoke. I haven't heard that one yet. Okay, 164 ball speed.
And then look at the landing angle. I mean, I don't know. This is nerding out, if you will.
No, this is great. This stuff.
Okay, so Ben Hogan, right? The guy that wrote 5 Lessons, arguably one of the greatest golfers of all time. I mean, he's on like 3 of the walls in this building, for God's sakes. He noticed when he was testing clubs, trying stuff, that there is 13 clubs in his golf bag that all go about the same height, right? And he used it. He obviously didn't have this growing up in the 50s, right? He had oak trees, right? And so he recognizes, hey, if I'm hitting this one ball and it's going 100 feet in the air and he knows how tall this one oak tree is, then from this far I should be able to hit my pitching wedge, 7-iron, driver, all that. When we're looking at these numbers, right, we're getting 130 feet of apex on the 3-wood, right? You go down here to the driver. Is that the driver? No, that's not the driver. 91, 92, but the peak height and the landing angles all stay in about the same realm, right? That's when you know that you've got clubs in your golf bag that are solving specific concrete purposes, which is where we're at right now with that 3-wood and this driver.
So this is it. This is the formula to breaking 70 more often. First of all, it's getting accuracy off the tee, maximizing your distance potential, but not feeling like you got to exert that much extra force on it. Like, right? You just have to swing easy, and hopefully the club is fit for you so it can match up to do what you need to do best. This is really cool. I love the look of these. I love like how muted they are here. You know, there's not too much going on. I love how customizable they are. And we added some super custom weights to this too to make it feel a little bit more unique to myself and my swing, which is great. So you definitely need to go book a fitting, especially with Titleist in your area. Find out where the local fittings are going to happen. Try these new woods, and I mean, just upgrade your bag already. Okay, let's just upgrade your bag. Awesome. Well, thanks, man. This is great. This is an awesome experience again. As always, we do have to get a video of us playing together now once these new woods come in.
I mean, hell, we've ran into each other a couple different times around town.
Exactly. He's at Butler Pitch Putt a lot of the guys, okay? So he's at Butler. Go and try to take his money. He'll take it from you. All right, sweet. Awesome, man. This is cool. Thank you.